Okay, so we just have a whole bunch of season of Epiphany services coming up. We do at the end of the season after Epiphany, we have Lent. And the beginning of Lent is Shrove Tuesday, when we get rid of all of our fat. That's from the old days when they would give up meat and baking and sugar and all of that. So Shrove Tuesday is the day to make pancakes and have maple syrup or any kind of syrup that we have. I don't know whether we serve maple syrup.
Yes, we do.
Woo! Maple syrup, folks. So come to Pioneer United for a luncheon, a Shrove Tuesday pancake luncheon. And I'm sure it'll be great, and it's a way to start off Lent, because right after Shrove Tuesday we go into Ash Wednesday, when we remember that we are of the earth and we are connected to the dust, and ashes to ashes, dust to dust. It's actually not a bad thing, but it's very positive. Anyway.
May I add to that, please?
Yes.
We want you all to come. That would be wonderful.
Oh, come, yes.
But if you belong to Pioneer, I have lists. We need a few things, and we need a few workers.
Oh, so you have to be from Pioneer to be?
Well, you don't have to be, but we're raising money for our roof, so.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Ruth would like to be a greeter, right? Okay.
Sorry, I interrupted you. I didn't know what that was.
Yes, this is food. This is time and energy.
Okay.
Okay, so.
And you're going to have them over there on the table for?
Yes, I
We're
have
going
them
to
somewhere.
pass them around?
I can pass them around at coffee time, whatever. Anyways.
How's the roof doing, Laura?
Pardon?
How's the roof doing?
Well, the roof is done except for the steeple, and it will be done in the spring. We couldn't do that. So you'll see that there's still, on both sides, there's a couple of brackets that their steps will go back on, and they'll do the steeple in the spring, and they have to rent a,
Can you folks at the back hear Marg?
Yeah.
Okay.
can rent a thing that goes up. Yeah,
I was thinking more about the money. How's the
Oh,
money?
the money. Well, I'm always thinking about the money. We still need more, of course, because we're not done. I can't say exactly. I've tried with Linda, but she will come up with something by the end of the month.
I'm doing the yearly books this week coming, and we're working together to get everything out there.
Anne-Marie will have something that we can.
But we can pay the gentleman, so that's not.
Yay. Oh, well done.
But,
No, that's
but
not
we're borrowing
hard.
from others to do
Yes.
that. So we want to make sure that we get as much as we can.
He has been paid $30,000. So.
Yeah. So.
Right.
And also he's been paid for the roof from
For the steward.
the
Yes.
steward
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, great.
In full, yeah.
Yeah, so it's all
Thanks
happening.
to an anonymous donation, so we're very thankful.
And I understand some of the reserves that Pioneer had were used, so we don't want, we want to fill that up again. So
Yes,
we're still
absolutely.
fundraising.
Oh, yes, we're still fundraising.
Looking for funds, yeah. Now, as we approach Lent, I finally have made a decision. I'm hoping that people won't look at past bulletins for this information. I've decided on a book for Lenten study, and I'll be talking about it later. But it won't be the Borg book. It won't be the Heart of Christianity. That we'll do that sometime, but it just seemed a little too heavy so far as I was concerned. So let's see. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Anne, because Anne is going to talk to us about Fundscrip.
Yes. So Jamie, just before Christmas, so nicely introduced Fundscrip. So I'm not sure if I need to say too much about it, but basically it's a fundraiser. I'll just give you a brief, and if anybody wants more information that wasn't there, you can ask me afterwards. But basically, It is a way of making money for the church by spending your own money. So you buy, basically you buy little coupons like for Metro, Independent, Walmart, Freshco, and then you could use that to buy your own groceries. In the meantime, you get that gives a percentage back to the church. So if I can give you an example, and I did this for the leadership committee, but I'll give you an example of what I did. For example, just trying to try it out. So I have a budget of $600 a month for food. And that's probably going to go up this year because it seems every time I go, it's another $20 or so. But and I typically shop at Metro and Independent. And so I went and I bought $400 from Metro and $200 from Independent. We also get our cat food, our incidentals a lot from Canadian Tire. So I bought $100 from them. And then Shoppers Drug Mart, another $100 because you know what we have to buy at Shoppers, right?
And if you didn't have an electric car, you would be buying gas.
Yes, that's right. If I didn't, we do have one gas car, so look at that. Anyways, I went online. I signed up for the electronic transfer option because that way all the money goes to the church that they've said. And basically from that, so that is about $800 in my budget. So that's my budget. That's typically what I would spend in those places. And I'm sure if we bought a gas car, we'd be. And I also actually went in and bought Amazon because I buy from Amazon, and I also went for Chapters. But I just wanted to say that was just my regular expenses that I need to buy, right?
Yeah.
The others are gifts to me. Anyways, $27 donated to the church. And it tells you right at the end how much you're donating. You can use a credit card. The problem with the credit card is they charge you 2% per card.
Not advisable.
Not advisable. If you don't, but if you don't trust the electronic transfer, there's another way of doing it, which really is an electronic transfer as well, in a different form. So, but that is how I did it individually. We could also do what they call fundraisers, and I kind of thought that we could do, and I need to get this approved by the board, but I'm talking. we haven't had a board meeting yet, or leadership meeting, but I'm just going ahead with it. But basically I'm picking 5 events in the year, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. And that will be what I call a bulk order. So those are things like if you wanted to buy, if you had a small business and you wanted to give all your employees a $25 Starbucks card, for example. You buy it then, and all the proceeds from that, like not all the proceeds, the percentage would go for that.
Yeah.
Or if you're not really feeling comfortable ordering over the internet, like there's people here that don't even have a computer or the internet. But if you feel uncomfortable doing that, there is, sorry Catherine, I love you.
Well, Catherine was a part of our conversation.
Yeah, she was part of it.
Zoom conversation.
So anyways, we have an order form, and I'm calling this the Valentine's Day one. I have a couple here. How many do I have?
I made 10.
Okay, we have 10 here. For those who want to just look through all the coupons that you can get, you could order them and you can give them to me, and I will enter them in a bulk form. You'll give them to me with a check because it'll have to go into the church, and then the church will write the check to Fundscrip. And I'm asking that everybody who wants to do that has them to me. If you want them for Valentine's Day, or if you care, you need 3 to 5 business days once the order's in to actually, before it'll come. So if you want them for Valentine's Day, you would have to get that to me by February 3rd. If you don't care, you could still give them to me and I'll put them in, and we could do it that way as well. So we've got a couple of options. A couple of the, and I have them here, and those people, I have a couple of these as well, which is just how to get online. Because when you get online, if you're using a computer, you have to put your name and address and that, and then you have to use, actually there's going to be a link. Meg will send out a link in the...
In your next email, you'll be getting a lot of this information.
Right, you just press on the link, it'll automatically bring you to our page. We're also going to put that link in the Facebook page and in the website so that you never have to remember it because you'll just press that link, okay? But once you're there, you then have to sign up. It's a simple order, just basically your name, phone number, typically what you would give. And that gives you access to the form for ordering. The order form's not that difficult, but if anybody has any problems with me, just call me. And you could put my phone number in the...
Oh, okay.
And you could call me, or I could actually set up a Zoom at some point if anybody wants to get on it, and I could walk you through it, one way or the other. I'll leave that up to how many calls I get, let's put it that way. Yes?
Your coupon or your card, it doesn't expire, right?
No.
Like if you didn't
No.
use your $600 in groceries
No.
that month.
Well, I said there was an added advantage to this because if I go over budget, I'm done, right? Once the card's spent, I've spent my budget,
Oh.
Whereas when I go with cash,
Yeah.
Or your debit card.
yes, I quite often overspend, especially when the kids are coming up for a weekend. I mean, I'll go out and spend $200 when the kids are coming up for a weekend. So it's, I know, His mom probably does that. So anyways, if anybody wants to get online, this is the number, but there'll be a link. And the good news is if there's a link in the website, the Facebook page, and in the bulletin, you shouldn't really ever have to remember this number, but it's there. And like I said, I think it's a great opportunity. For example, the goods that you have to buy for your pancake dinner, why don't you get a card and use it? Then you're doing a double duty.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
The Lions dinner, right now we've got a $200 float. Why don't we just make it a $200 or $100 from Metro, maybe $100? Jan did all the shopping before, and she knows how to shop. And
Yeah.
tell us where you go, and we'll get the cards for that. And that way we can actually give more back to the church by doing that. We were just talking, we both ran out of paper. That's why we don't have enough of these.
Yeah.
So, suggestion is I get a Staples card, and we can buy paper, supplies. I could give it to Linda so that she charges us for paper that she uses because she buys it. If I give her the card, then she doesn't have to do that anymore.
What this is all about is leveraging the fact that we are called and seen by many people in our society as consumers. We are more consumers than we are citizens. Where the awareness of the amount of money we spend, what we spend our money on, it's wonderful to actually see little drips and drabs of that come to the church. And over a year, this can be quite significant.
Yeah, I mean, I sit there and say, well, $27 a month is not that much, but it is. It could be one person coming to church that we don't have on a regular basis.
Yes.
Right.
Well,
And
if you did 10,
Yeah,
270. If you
That's
do
right.
20, it's over $500 a month.
exactly. And I'm thinking from a budgetary person, like I'm saying $300 a month is what I'm looking for from this. From a treasurer's report. Now, over 6 months, that may change. But that's kind of what I think that we could probably put into our budget as a possible fundraising. And I know some of you are going away. I asked the question about travel. She had actually said, by the way, I had a very lengthy conversation with somebody, and absolutely wonderful. She would even get on a Zoom call and explain all the uses that you could use. I'm sure I'm not getting them all, but I tried to write them all down, but but if you can, like I said, the Starbucks card translate, because I know 12 years ago when I bought them for my staff when I was working for IBM, they didn't. I had to get somebody down there to buy them there. She said just call and find out. So there was a Best Western, there's hotels and that you may use when you're driving down, right? If you call ahead and say, would you take these, you might be able to, or ask Best Western in general, will they translate across the border? She said she couldn't tell you that's exactly, but ask, that's the only thing. So I know some of you are going away, and wouldn't it be great if the hotels that you spent going down to Florida got donated 3% back to the church?
Yeah, all that cost, all that trash that's going out.
Anyways, I'm very excited about this because I think it's really, really good, and I think if it starts to take off, I will need some help in administrating this because I don't think I could do it, that plus everything else I'm doing. But right now I'm willing to take it on, and I know Jamie has done this before, so at least I know I can go to him if I have lots of questions,
Sure.
so.
May I add one thing?
Sure,
You mentioned independent,
yes,
and there are other loyalty cards at a place like that. For example, the Optimum card.
yes,
You still get to collect those points.
yes, sorry, thank you.
It
Yeah.
just treats it as cash,
Yeah,
like a debit card.
she was giving me an example, like she, like, by the way, Amazon and Chapters, if you buy the electronic one, well, Amazon, you don't have any choice, but Chapters, if you buy the electronic one, you just put it on your page. Like I buy books all the time, actually ebooks mostly, but
Yeah, me too.
but I do buy books all the time, and if I put it on there, it'll just automatically, say you're you know, okay, I'll use my gift card to use that. And Amazon, she said it just does it. Like once you do it, it just does it. It's almost like magic.
So we had a little chat just before this, because one of the things that always bothers me about programs like this is it seems to favor the big box stores and the, you know, all of those, and the little ma-pa operations or the private, you know, single person run business is not a part of this program, because I'm sure they pay Fundscrip, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's
do.
like a credit card. They pay the credit cards. Anyway, I'm conflicted because I want to support this new bookstore in town, Canoe Books, and this people that have, you know, are risking a lot in order to have, and you know, so we had a little chat about what would we do. If we're ordering, you know, a big volume of books, we could get a percentage from, you know, Amazon or
we could support.
or we could support locally.
And I
And
would support locally.
we decided supporting locally is more important. But you see, that's where we're caught, and it's a good exercise. Where are your values? And what are we supporting when we buy, when we spend our money? What are we supporting? So, I know some of you go to Walmart, but sorry, I never do.
No, you didn't want.
Just because of my value system, because of the way they do business, I do not approve. And so but I shouldn't have said that, because I'm not in the business of.
Walmart's
you know.
on the list.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe
I
only one
support-
sermon for.
Yes. Maybe I'll cancel out my sermon for this week.
To me, I love independent because it's a local franchisee that the person
Right.
lives in the area and contributes to the area.
Those are all
Those are and they have,
considerations, yes.
same with Metro, the people that work there all
And same
live
with
in the area.
Fresco.
Yes,
We see Barbara loading up the shelves all the time.
Oh.
yeah.
So are any of the local things, like the local butcher, the meat the butcher,
No, no.
the countryside?
Those
farm?
little businesses, by and large, they're not.
Yeah, you take a look at it.
Check it, yeah.
Like, there's a lot of restaurants on here. A lot of them I don't know, so they're probably more in the Toronto area, Metro area. For example, there's one here that kind of gets half of the restaurants in Huntsville with the ultimate dining card. Like it's Harvey's, it's Swiss Chalet, it's Kelsey's, it's Eastside Mario's.
But it won't be Tall Trees or
But yeah,
Mill on
yeah.
Main or that little place. Yeah.
So I'm just saying those are things that you. Anyways,
Yeah.
I will be around for a little while. Paul and I aren't staying for lunch. We're probably we have garbage in the back and we have a ton of stuff to do today. But I will stay around for a little bit, and like I said, my phone number will be in the bulletin if anybody has any issues or wants me to walk with them to get connected. I'm more than pleased to help. In the meantime, anybody who wants to be part of the fundraiser for Valentine's Day, we've got 10 of these, and we'll get more printed out because we both have to go buy Staples cards and get some more paper.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Anne-Marie.